Hello everyone, this is Rupesh. I am a principal consultant at Engineers eBrain Solutions. I have been largely taking care of the sustainable transitions and the emerging trends around the sustainability. Today I'll be talking about the business scenarios around the fuel cell. So in fuel cell business, largely the companies across the globe, they have capitalized on the technologies and the product development. The key challenge for them in order to perform and sustain in the market is to generate the profitable business cases. And when it comes to the profitability, there are two possible solutions for these players. One is to maintain the cost margin, and the second one is to increase the business engagements. So when we talk about the cost margins, we are largely looking at the development of large scale manufacturing that would happen in order to reduce the unit cost of the fuel cells, and eventually that will happen when there is the emerging business scenarios. On the other side, when we talk about the increasing business engagements, that would ultimately trigger the revenue, and in order increase the manufacturing on a mass level to decrease the cost and generate the profitability. So on the business engagement, there are several possibilities for the different businesses. One is where we engage into the different emerging sectors, like the new sectors which are popping up in the market, which are utility sector or the airports or the seaports or the marine sector, where we can see the emerging use cases. So people who are performing the business in the fuel cell area, they would rather be collaborating with the emerging players from the different end user side and generating the new use cases. Additionally, when we talk about the business models that are helpful in order to achieve the maximum business transactions in the fuel cell industry, is first the power stations. So we can have the multiple fuel cells station together and have the power stations related businesses. Second one is the fuel cell based on the module. And of course, with regards to the different end use sectors, there would be a different possibility of the business models. The first business model in the automotive, we talk about the direct engagement with the OEMs to supply the fuel cell modules. Second one is we can have the fleet convergence for the fuel cell based systems. Apart from that, in the utility sector, we see there are two different business models through which the business engagements can happen. One is power to power system, and the second one is direct power generation system. And on the contrary, we'll have a different generic level business models, like we've seen that a couple of companies actively working on the maintenance and the services side, and some of the companies are working on the refurbishment of the fuel cells. Also, additionally, we talk about the lease business model. So in terms of the stationary fuel cell systems, people are collaborating with the different site owners and have the systems in plant for the lease applications. Apart from that, we have seen, across the globe, the people are serving the most demanding countries with the production coming from the countries where we have the low cost resources. Like if you see the demand for the fuel cells, we have seen the most demanding area would be the US market, and we have seen that a lot of companies are establishing the fuel cells and the fuel cells related products from the Asian countries like Japan and the China, and they would be selling it to the US market. Additionally, we have seen that there are various regulations, incentives that are coming up in the market from the demanding and the developed regions like US, in order to mitigate the cost margins that are coming from the outside partners. And that is the kind of dilemma with the different fuel cell suppliers, whether to manufacture in a particular region or to provide the fuel cells procured from the externally or manufactured externally apart from the most demanding region. So with all that thought, I believe this sector is still emerging, and those who would have the maximum successful use cases and develop the multiple business cases or the business models, those would be actually the leading ones in the market. Thank you.